G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Thank you for being here with me today. I am very excited today. I'm testing out a new resin. It arrived yesterday, so I'm gonna use it today. It's this one, Nicpro. I just got this one on Amazon. It's a 1-to-1, part A and part B. So I am going to test it out on the daisy flower that Micah created from Resin Courses. So yeah, I'm going to try that today, and I am going to try the cast and craft with this one. So got it in here, and it's pretty opaque. If you tip the stick right over, you can sort of see the edge of the stick, but it's pretty opaque. Whole milk, not skim milk. Yeah, certainly much heavier, denser, more opaque than I would use for my 3D blooms. So I'm going to do brown today with a bit of orange. I've got my little pre-made disc in there. I've got a whole heap of them that I use with leftover resin. Make sure that you're using the flat side, not the dome side down. Otherwise, if you're using the dome side down, it's got a curve obviously, and the resin's going to get underneath. So make sure you flat on flat. Right, so this is the brown. I'm going to use the espresso from Octopus. It says resin ink on it. Don't know if that means it's an acrylic ink, like the Holbein, because that says acrylic ink. I don't know. If anyone knows if the resin ink is an acrylic ink, let me know. I know it's not an alcohol ink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to try 8. Now, the amount of drops you use is very determined on the color that you use, the brand of ink that you use, you know, the amount of resin that you've got in your cup. If you're using, I'm going to add a drop of black as well just to darken it. If you're using like a pink or a yellow, you'll have to use a lot more because they're just not as strong, not highly concentrated as some of the other colors. So yeah, you just sort of play with it until you're happy with your color. Now I know it looks really dark in there. It's because it's half full. But you can see that it's still transparent. Give that a good mix. So basically the brown and then the push, the clear push, which I'm just going to add a few drops of pumpkin. It's basically clear. Just make sure that you open your lid away from your resin because little dry bits can fall in, little dry crusty bits from around the top of the lid there. So that's that one. Now with the Nicpro, did I already tell you? I did 115 grams of part A, 105 grams of part B, and that gave me 220 grams, which is enough for this large mold. This is my large ice live edge mold. It looks like ice cubes around the edges, really pretty. I have got a smaller one as well. Oh, where is it? Gotta find it when I want it. I'm going through all my molds. Oh gosh. No, it's not here. Not here, not one of those. It must be underneath the pile. But yeah, I've got the smaller one if anyone's interested in that one as well. So, but you can actually put more than 220 grams in. I just put 220. It doesn't have to be filled up all the way to the top. Just because you've got a really deep mold doesn't mean you have to fill it to the top. You can, if you're doing something like a 3D bloom and you only want it to be shallow, then a quarter of an inch or so, then you can still use the mold, you just don't fill it as much. So yeah, it's good having molds that are deep because you can use them as deep, you can use them half, you can use them a quarter deep, whatever you want to do. So good to have. All right, so now that that's down, I'm going to just add my white into the middle, like so. What's that? Is that just a bubble? What is that? Yep, it's a bubble. It just looked really weird. So really easy, maybe not easy, because simple technique. It's just 3 puddles. Your dark puddle, your white puddle, and then your light or clear puddle on top of that. So pretty simple type technique, although in saying that you have to use the right resin, you have to use the right amounts. You need a thick resin for this one. All right, here we go. Now I'm not going to push, this is the push, I'm not going to push it in too hard. I'm just going to kind of push it in kind of gently, just so that the white puddle is still spreading, but I don't want to make too much of a hole, if you know what I mean. Like where the white resin is going to touch the mold, I don't want to have like a huge big void. I'd rather just do it slowly like this, and hope that the white doesn't sort of go too far from the center, because you know what it's like when you're pouring resin in on top of other resin. It really pushes the other resin out and makes a big hole in the middle where it's slanted. So I'm trying to avoid that big hole in the middle. All right, so that's that done. Clean off my stick, use it again. Don't like wasting my sticks. All right, so that's pretty much it. Done. There's a little bubble there. Come out, bubble. Okay. Now I will put you on a time lapse. That one doesn't work. How about this one? Just give my big torch a go here. Okay, like that. I've got the big one and the little one. So, for different things. All right, let's pop you on a time lapse and see what it does. See, the top closes over really quickly and you can't really see what's going on the bottom. So yeah, but just because it's closed on the top doesn't mean that the bottom has closed as well. Sometimes you get those, like a big void. It looks like it's closed, but you get a big void like that. And then I have to put a sticker on. So I'm trying not to get the big void. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Different resin, maybe a different effect. I don't know. Anyway, I'll pop you on a time lapse and I'll see you when it's unmolding time. Okay, it is ready. I let it sit out for about an hour and a half until it had gelled and I didn't think it was going to move anymore, and put it into my food dehydrator for another hour or so, and it's done. It's looking very puffy. It's not looking as kind of sharp edges. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyway, it's looking quite puffy around the side, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm not sure if this is like the resin needs to wait for a little while before you decant it, you know, for it to get a little bit thicker. We shall see. I don't know. I've never used it before, so yeah, I don't really know. I can see that it's closed over on the other side. Well, I think I can anyway. All right. Oh gosh. I hope this works. I went to a lot of trouble buying new resin just for this technique. It's so expensive, isn't it? I'll be distraught if it doesn't work. All right. I know, I'm putting it off. I don't want to see. I don't want to be disappointed. Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, it's not as bad as that. It's okay. Like, it's okay. It's just, it's not what I was going for, but maybe, I don't know. See the little tiny petals in there? What are the really tiny little petals? When I get these long elongated, when I get the long petals, that usually says to me that the resin's quite thin and the white has moved and kind of stretched it like that, rather than falling straight down if the resin's a little bit thicker and making those really small petals like these. See, you can see the difference. See these little guys here? That's what I was after, little ones like that. So I got the big long ones. So I'm not sure. It's still pretty, like, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty. It's just not what I was going for. What are the little petals starting to develop there? And I don't mind that sort of puffy white around. It's not really white, isn't it? It's kind of creamy color. Can't see any of that orange. It's just gone. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there it is. It's not too bad. I can work with it. It's starting to form. I think maybe next time I'll just wait like 10 minutes and see if the resin will thicken up a little bit before I pour. Or maybe a little bit less white next time, a little bit less paste. I'm not sure. We will find out, but look, I guess it's not too bad. I give it a 6 out of 10. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll do it again. I'll use Nicpro again, see if I can do better. All right, I'll see you all for the next video. Take care. Bye for now.